So lately, the internet has been asking one big question. Are Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz becoming the new Harry and Meghan? What started as quiet family tension has now turned into a full-blown online debate. From subtle posts to public silence, people are seeing patterns that feel very familiar. And once those comparisons started, there was no going back. Let's break down why everyone suddenly sees royal drama written all over the story. Public family rift. When people call Brooklyn Beckham and Nicola Peltz the new Harry and Meghan, the biggest reason is the very public family rift. Brooklyn's relationship with his parents, David and Victoria Beckham, has clearly become strained, and instead of staying private, it's been quietly playing out online. From missing family events to emotional Instagram posts where Brooklyn openly chooses his wife over everyone else, the tension feels impossible to ignore. That's exactly what reminds people of Prince Harry, choosing his partner and stepping back from his famous family, even when the world is watching. Just like Harry and Meghan, this isn't about one argument, but a growing distance that fans can see happening in real time. No interviews, no documentaries, just silence, absence, and subtle statements that say a lot. And that slow, visible breakdown, that's what makes people lean in, speculate, and draw the comparison. Speaking out publicly. Another reason people see the Harry-Meghan parallel is how openly Brooklyn has spoken out. Instead of keeping things private, Brooklyn has shared emotional messages on social media that feel deeply personal, talking about loyalty, boundaries, and choosing his wife above all else. He never names names, but the message is loud enough for everyone to understand who it's about. That instantly reminds people of Prince Harry, who also chose to tell his side of the story publicly rather than behind palace walls. In both cases, the silence from the families makes the statements feel even louder. There are no explosive interviews, just carefully worded posts that spark endless debate. And when a famous son speaks directly to the public about family pain, people naturally start comparing the two situations. It feels raw, emotional, and very intentional, which is why the internet can't stop talking about it. Allegations of control. Another big reason behind the comparisons is the idea of control. In Brooklyn's posts, he hints that setting boundaries was necessary, and that he finally feels free making his own choices with Nicola by his side. He doesn't spell it out, but the tone suggests he felt restricted before. And that's exactly what makes people think of Prince Harry. Harry has openly said he felt trapped by expectations, rules, and family pressure before stepping away from royal life. In both stories, the narrative becomes about breaking free rather than just family disagreement. Fans see two famous sons choosing independence over tradition, even when it causes fallout. Whether people agree or not, the word control instantly changes how the story is viewed. And once that idea enters the conversation, the Harry and Meghan comparison almost writes itself. Focus on spousal support. Another strong reason people make this comparison is the intense focus on spousal support. Brooklyn constantly presents Nicola as his safe space, the person who truly understands him and stands by him no matter what. His posts make it very clear. His marriage comes first, above family expectations or outside opinions. That instantly reminds people of Prince Harry, who has repeatedly said Meghan is the reason he found the strength to step away and protect his mental health. In both cases, the wives are seen as emotional anchors, not background partners. The message is always us against the world, and that kind of framing naturally fuels drama. Fans read it as loyalty, critics read it as distance from family. Either way, when a famous son publicly centers his wife in every major decision, the Harry and Meghan comparison becomes almost unavoidable. Media narrative battles. Another reason this comparison keeps growing is the media narrative battle. With Brooklyn and Nicola, you'll notice how stories suddenly split into two sides, one defending them the other blaming them for the family fallout. That's very similar to what happened with Harry and Meghan, where every move became a headline and every silence felt strategic. Brooklyn and Nicola don't do big interviews, but their timing, posts, and appearances still shape the story. Meanwhile, the Beckhams stay mostly quiet, which lets speculation run wild. Just like with the royals, the press fills in the gaps with assumptions. Fans argue, critics pick sides, and the narrative becomes bigger than the truth. It stops being about one family issue and turns into a public tug-of-war. And once the media smells drama, the comparison practically fuels itself. High-profile legal help. Another detail that really fueled the comparisons is the talk around high-profile legal help. Reports suggest Brooklyn and Nicola brought in serious legal representation during the family tension, and that instantly raised eyebrows. For many people, that echoed Harry and Meghan, who also turned to top lawyers when things with the royal family and the press escalated. The moment lawyers enter a family story, it stops feeling like a private disagreement and starts feeling serious. It signals boundaries, protection, and a decision to handle things formally, not emotionally. Even though the situations are very different, the optics feel similar. Fans read it as taking control, critics see it as escalating the drama. Either way, legal help changes the tone of the story completely. And that's exactly why people started saying, "This feels very Harry and Meghan." Social connection with Harry and Meghan. Another moment that really pushed the comparison was the social connection with Harry and Meghan. Reports claimed that Brooklyn and Nicola spent time with the Sussexes in Montecito around the same period their family tensions were making headlines. Now, on its own, that could mean nothing. Celebrities mix all the time. But timing is everything. To the internet, it felt symbolic. Two couples dealing with famous family fallout suddenly crossing paths. People instantly framed it as a kind of quiet support system, whether that was the intention or not. Just like that, the narrative exploded. Advice, influence, parallels. No public photos, no statements, just whispers that fueled speculation. And in celebrity culture, silence often speaks louder than confirmation. That single social link was enough for many to say, "Okay, this really is giving Harry and Meghan energy." Narrative of leaving the family behind. One of the strongest reasons people keep making this comparison is the narrative of leaving the family behind. With Brooklyn and Nicola, fans have noticed the distance. Fewer public family moments, skipped events, and a life that seems centered away from the Beckham inner circle. That instantly mirrors how Harry stepped back from royal life and physically moved away to start fresh with Meghan. In both cases, it doesn't look like a sudden breakup, but a slow, quiet separation. No dramatic announcements, just absence. That's what makes it feel real and emotional. People start reading meaning into what isn't happening. And once a famous son appears to choose a new life over a powerful family legacy, the comparison becomes almost automatic. So, are Brooklyn and Nicola really the new Harry and Meghan? Or is the internet just connecting dots that may not fully exist? Maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's timing, or maybe it's just how public family fallouts look in the age of social media. One thing's clear though, when famous families fall apart in silence, people fill in the gaps fast. Now, I want to know, do you see the similarities, or do you think this comparison has gone too far? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more celebrity deep dives.